Hello everyone and welcome to another Capture the Flag walkthrough. I'm Rushen and today we are checking out a machine on TryHackMe. This is considered to be a beginner level machine, but it's still a great way to learn some basic penetration testing skills. In this video we will be going through some recon, enumeration and exploring methods to get a shell and eventually escalate our privileges. Once the machine is deployed, we will need to gather some information about it. This includes scanning the machine to see how many ports are open and what services are running on them. We will also use the Gobuster tool to find hidden directories on the web server we are connecting to. Once we have a good understanding of the machine, we will need to find a way to get a shell. This will give us access to the machine and allow us to run commands. Then we need to find a form to upload a reverse shell so that we can connect to the web server from our local computer. Once we have a shell, we can look for the user flag. And since we have a shell at this point, we can escalate our privileges to get root access. This will give us full control over the machine. Then we need to find a file with SUID permission that we can exploit. Once we found a file, we can use it to escalate our privileges to root and find the root flag. In a nutshell, those are the tasks that we will be covering in this video. So without any further ado, let's dive in. Okay, first of all, just like any practice, we are going to ping our target IP, which is 10.10.239.115. Just only using 4 packets and it's pingable. Alright, so today we are going to use one of my favorite port scanners, which is Threader3000. Threader3000 is a multi-threaded Python port scanner that can be used to quickly scan for open ports on a target host. It is super lightweight and easy to use, so all you have to do is type Threader3000. It will ask to enter your target IP address or the URL. So I've entered it here, and right away within a split second you can see there are 2 ports open, but the scan is still running, so we should allow some time. After a while the scan should be over and it recommends to use the following nmap scan, which is nmap port 2280, these switches to check the version, run a script, blah 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 on the target IP. So you have been given 3 options. You can either run the suggested nmap scan or run a different scan on Threader. If not, you can exit the terminal. So in this case we are going to use option number 1, and yeah, give it a few seconds just like before. Okay, the nmap scan is complete. Now we can see port 22, which is SSH, is open, running on Ubuntu. Then we have port 80. Of course, it's HTTP, running an Apache server. This is the version 2.4.29. So to answer the first 3 questions, scan the machine. How many ports are open? The answer should be 2. What version of Apache is running? 2.4.29. What service is running on port 22? In most cases it should be SSH. Okay, question number 4. Find directories on the web server using the Gobuster tool. Now, Gobuster is a brute force directory and file enumeration tool written in Go language. It can be used to find hidden directories and files on web servers, and it has a number of features that make it a powerful tool for penetration testers and security researchers. First of all, allow me to check where my word lists are that we can use. I believe it's here. Share word lists. Gobuster. Yeah, here are the word lists. By default in Kali and ParrotOS, these word lists should come along with the OS itself, but if you're using any other Linux distribution, I believe you have to manually install them. We're going to run sudo gobuster dir to perform directory brute forcing -u to enter the target URL, which is http:// target IP address. Then we are going to enter the word lists, which can be found in this directory, and we are going to use this text file which contains the word lists. All right, here it is. So for a while, Gobuster has been running directory enumeration on the target IP that we have given. And there are 4 results so far, which is uploads, then there is CSS, then there is a directory for JavaScript, and there is a one called panel. So uploads and panel can be advantageous in our case, so we are going to open these links. Go to our web browser here. So it has the parent directory, there is nothing here. And let's open another tab. In this case, it's panel. Okay, we have got something interesting here. In this page, we have the option to upload a file to this web server. To answer question number 5, what is the hidden directory? It should be this, the IP address and /panel. In task 3, getting a shell, it says find a form to upload and get a reverse shell and find the flag. So we can try to upload a malicious file which contains a reverse shell that will connect back to us. We can use a famous tool like PentestMonkey, because I believe most web servers runs on PHP, and that is the only logical reason why we are using this tool. So let's head over to our web browser and search for PentestMonkey. We are going to the GitHub page. PHP reverse shell.php is what we are looking for. We can go ahead and download the zip file. Now we are going to do some changes. So first of all, let's go to downloads. Then we are going to unzip. Cool. We can actually remove the zip file as well. So we are going to edit this file right now. Let's do nano and scroll down until you find the IP and port section. So you have to enter the IP address of your local machine and enter a particular port that you can listen to. So let's find out what our IP address is. I'm going to do a ifconfig, and this should be our IP address. And for the port, we are going to use maybe 9001. Save the settings and exit. Now we can do cat to see if the changes are saved. Our local machine's IP is here and the port number is here. That's great. Cool. Now we are going to try and upload this file into the web server. All right, click on upload. It gives an error in a red banner in a language that I don't understand. It seems like this file extension is not allowed, I'm assuming. Yeah, PHP is not allowed. That's what it says. So in this case, what we can do is trick using a different file extension. So we can use something like .php5 or PHP3, PHP4, PHP7, .pthml or .pht. We are going to change the file extension of this to .php5. Cool. Okay, now let's try to upload this and see if we are getting the same error still. Awesome, we have a green banner now. Hopefully the file is uploaded. Let's go to the upload directory and refresh the page. And we can see the file is there. Now I'm going to head back to the terminal and set up a listener. So we're going to use netcat, then dash nvlp, and the port number that we inserted before on the reverse shell file. Okay, now it's listening on the port number 9001. Cool, we are going to the web browser and execute this file by clicking on it. Awesome. As you can see, after clicking that file, the code is executed and now we have a shell on our local machine. As the next step, we are going to upgrade the shell because there are many issues with dump shells. One of my go-to commands for a long time after catching a dump shell was to use Python to spawn a PTY. The PTY module lets you spawn a sudo terminal that can fool commands like sudo into thinking they are being executed in a proper terminal. So to upgrade the dump shell, we can do a quick Google search here. How to upgrade the dump shell using Python. Here it is. We can use this command right here. There we go. It is upgraded right now. Now we are looking for a user.txt file. So let's do a ls command. So far nothing to be seen. In this case, I'm going to run a find command to find this particular file and see if that works. Find root, type of file is file, and the name of the file we are looking for is user.txt. Then we can use this bit to redirect any standard error output to the null device, which effectively suppress it. And there we have it. This should be what we are looking for. I'm going to run cat and this to see how many characters are there. 21 sounds about right. So find a form to upload and get a reverse shell and find the flag. We did that already. Question number 7, search for files with SUID permission. Which file is weird? Now, SUID, which stands for set user ID permissions, are a special type of file permission that can be set on executable files. When an executable file has the SUID permission enabled, it allows users who execute the file to temporarily assume the privileges of the file's owner. If there is a binary that is owned by root and it has the SUID bit set, we could theoretically use this binary to elevate our permissions. So just like the command before, we can do another find command to find files with SUID permission. Find root, type of file is file, user is root, then permission set to 4000, and we are going to use the prompt that we used before. Here we go. There are a couple of files here. Let's look for something unusual. Alright, so looking at the output, we see that the Python binary is not the usual permissions for this binary, so we might be able to use this to gain root access. So to answer question number 7, search for files with SUID permission. Which file is weird? It should be this file. Find a form to escalate your privileges. Whenever we have to exploit a system binary, we refer to GTFO bins, who have instructions on how these binary files could be exploited. GTFO bins is a curated list of Unix binaries that can be used to bypass local security restrictions in misconfigured systems. We are going to GTFO bins. Search for Python. Right away you can see the results and SUID is here. Cool. We can actually execute this particular command. This bit contains where the Python is located, basically the directory. However, we can copy this bit into our terminal. Alright, cool. So this is the directory, and I'm going to paste the rest of the command we found on the site. Awesome. Now let's run who am I. I am root. Awesome, that's great. Alright, finally we are going to look at the root.txt file, which is not available in the directory we are looking for. So let's run another find command. Find root type is a file. Name is typically root.txt. And there we have it, the root.txt file. So cat (26 characters), yeah, sounds about right. So there it is, the root flag is also found. Alright, so I hope you learned something valuable from this walkthrough. If you did, make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel, as it will help me reach more people who are interested in hacking and cybersecurity in general. You should definitely check out the Root Hack podcast and the tech files, where we discuss all things and everything cybersecurity and hacking. You can find a playlist on this channel. You can also search for Root Hack podcast on Google, and you should be able to easily find the show on your favorite podcast player. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Until then, take care of yourself and take care of each other. Peace.